Hello, welcome back again in the second part of our Vray tutorial. So in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to make a clump of for using very basic techniques or very simple techniques. So today our reference is this. So let's take a look at our reference. So first of all we can see that the direction variation of our for and the color variation of our for, and most important there is a clump of for. The tiny the small number of for are clustered to form a single group of for. So to make this kind of clump for, first we need to know about how the maps work in for how the map are important to create this kind of look. So let's get started. First of all, let's see the map workflow here. So first I want to show you in this example in a sphere. So let's create a Vray for. If this happen, click in the scene explorer. Sometimes that happens. So this is the default value of our this is the default value attributes of Vray. So to see we want to create the clump like this here. So first of all I want to show you how the length map work. We will not be using so many maps to create this kind of for. So first let's see the length map. Before that, let's go to our material editor, and here I have created the cellular map. Let's do it again. Let's create a Vray material, and let's assign this to our sphere, and let's create one cellular map. In the cellular map, we are choosing this cellular map because it is in the form of dot. It is a group of dots. So let's see the render here. Okay, let's assume that the map scale should be in very tiny white mask, black and white mask. So for this, let's create 0.3, and let's do it 0.5 or 1 or maybe 2, and let's decrease our spread. So now the 4 will be popping out from the white part only. Let's assign this to our Vray. Let's select Vray, and let's detach this from our shader, and let's add this map to our length map. You can also put it in the density map. Both works in same way, but I prefer length map because it will bring some variation in length too. So let's render out. Let's do the IPR render. Okay, this is the default value render of our Vray. So basically we are talking about the clump, how to create a clump here. So let's make the thickness down to 0.05, and let's increase the taper to 1. This will bring very soft for in our object. So let's do the overall render. When basically when you put the length map in the VREFR, it won't show the clump at once because there is less number of for counts. So let's increase the for count to 100, and let's do the render again. Okay, it is now so much more here. We will not be able to see the clump of the for till now because the reason is due to the variation in the direction. So what you must understand that direction variation is happening in the tip of the for. So when the for is clumped, it is in the same single direction. So you should take down the direction variation to 0 so that you can see how the for is changing now. Look, the for is in the uh, fixed direction or in the straight direction so that the clump can be formed here. Before creating the for in our rug, we should understand about the direction where the map is acting like it is the main, it is the main thing to bring out the appearance in our VREFR. So we should be very precise and very clear in choosing upon the map. So let's get started. Create Vray for. Now this is the default value of our VREFR. So let's make it a bit small. Okay, let's make it okay, this is our default attributes of our VREFR. So before that, we already know, we are already familiar with length map as I have described before. So let's make it very quick. Let's see the length here and decrease it down up to this, and then let's make it to 2, let's make it to 3, and let's apply the length map. For that I will create one cellular map and one Vray map, Vray material, and let's put it to diffuse. Let's not make it renderable for now. So as for to view the map position, first assign this cellular map to our model. So assigned it, and let's do the render. Okay, as we can see that the size of the cell is very big, and we should decrease it down to what the clump size is here. Try to make it like a small point. So let's decrease our size of the cellular map. Let's select the region and let's bring it down to 0.3 and spreadness also 0.3, and let's do the IPR render. Okay, you can see the changes here. So basically, as you can see, the small number of cell are in very uh, um, variation in they are in very variation type, what do we say that, it is in very random position, so this will be very good. And okay, we have tested our cellular map position and size of the cell. So let's make it a bit big, so 0.4. Okay, and let's bring down the spreadness of our cell, so that there will be no blend of the clumps with each other. So this is the map for our clump map, for the length map, or we can say that. And let's stop this. Let's detach this from our object and select Vray and apply this map to our length map. Okay, and let's do a quick render here. Okay, as you can see, the size and everything is not set up here. So we have already set up our length, and let's make our for, and let's change our for thickness to 0.05. okay, as you can see that it is made of the single clump is made up of the group of tiny single strand of four. They are made up of they are a group of they are group of they are group of single strand four. So let's make this strand more smaller to 0.025, as you can see here. And let's change the taper. Let's do it up to 1. As you can see that now it is tapered, so that we can bring that softness. So let's do the full render. The reason the cellular map or the length map is not showing the result as we are expecting, it is because due to the count of the for, or the distribution of the for. So let's increase the distribution to 100, and let's do the render again. Okay, let's go for a very small region. Okay, as we can see here that the 4 is in very random direction and the clump is not visible too. So for that we should always keep in mind that direction variation value must be zeroed out, or it must not be more than 0.1. So in this case I will put 0, so that we can see the clump of the 4 more precisely. Okay, now as we can see here, and let's stop this and let's make it make the model turbo smooth. Let's put a turbo smooth. This also plays very important role in the count of the for and in the appearance of our for. So be careful with this also. Where there's where to the base, it is applied to the base mesh of our PA4. So let's do the render again. Okay, now we can see that the clump of 4 are sticking out, they are popping out in the group of 4. So let's do the real zoom, and as you can see this group of four are popping out from our object. So let's do the render, and okay, next let's stop this and let's go to the top view here. And let's see, let's do the quick render from the top view. Okay, as we can see that there is some kind of variation in the fall here. This is due to the model. We have modeled our Vray for base in this random way. So this is also very important to show how the for will be appearing, or we can say that the most important thing is the variation. So model, bring out the variation in model as far as possible, or you should be pushing it through the maps. Okay, as you can see, it is as you can see that for is the for is not in more enough. The count of the for is not enough to as the reference here. So let's increase our for count also here. Let's make it to 300, and let's do the small region render here. As you can see that the for count is increased and clump is more visible. So after this we can see that it is more scale, it is in more dense in clump. The clump size is a little bit big of our render. So let's try to make like this, where let's try to make the small clump size. So for that let's again go to our size, cellular map size. For that, let me show you that let's assign it to our base model, and the cellular map size is 4. Let's make it to 3, and let's do the render again. Now this clump size must be scaled down. Okay, now it is more scaled down as this previous render. Okay, look. So the size of the cellular size of the maps are very important here. It is all so you should be very precise about the values here. Okay, this is the clump part, and let's go to the direction part now. where we will be putting our map in a Vray, where we will be putting our map in our bend direction map. So for this, to show this, let's import one Rgb map. For bend direction map we need Rgb map. So for that, let's import our bitmap. I have already downloaded this map. And okay, let's also let's see this in default setting, and let's apply this to our rug, so that we can see the tile position of our for. Okay, let's assign this. I don't know why this is not showing. So let's do our render. Let's see the position of our map. So let's bring this up to 10. Is this this is in real, the UV is in the real scale. So UV also plays very important role in Vray, so be careful about that also. Okay, let's increase this more. Let's put it to 50. Okay, now this is how our bend direction map will be working. This is, we have set up the tile, and the color values plays very important role in the bend direction of our for. So for that, I prefer you to put the color correction map and assign it to our bend direction map. Let's select this and let's minimize. Let's put it to play, and let's assign our color correction map to our bend direction map. As you can see, after putting our map in the bend direction, the direction are very random in our for. So for the comparison, I'll show you. Okay, let's see in our viewport. I'll show you how the map is working here, guys. Okay, let's increase the viewport for now. Let's put it up to 5000. Okay, now we can see that the for is in very upright direction, and without not much the variation in our for. So if we enable this bend direction, we can see that it is bending like a very, it's bending in very the value is very high, color value is very high. So the bend is also happening more. So let's decrease the contrast so we can see the change here. If we don't increase down the if we decrease the contrast value, the hair will be more upright, straight. Okay, as you can see, this is like default value. As we go more further, we can see the variation in the bend. Okay, let's see. This is the default value, and this is our as we can see in our reference, some of our fur is laying down on the rug, and some of our fur is in facing in the upright direction. So for this kind of effects, we are assigning it to our bend map. So as you can see, in this position the fur is laying down, and in these positions for in the upright direction. So this is very important to create. Okay, let's go to our top view, and we can also see it from here. Look. So first of all, let's do the render without the bend direction, and let's compare the both renders. So let's do the render. Sorry, let's make it renderable. So the deformation of model and mm, color contrast value of the RGB map plays very important role in creating the variation of fur. So be careful with that. Let's stop it here, and let's turn on the bend direction map which we have assigned previously, and let's do a render. Okay, we can see the uh, differences in differences between this is before applying our bend direction map, and this is after applying our bend direction map. So as we can see here that um, some of our fur is laying on our rug, and some of them are pointing upward. It's Let's compare this. Let's suppose this is the fur laying in our rug, and these are the fur which is facing in upward direction. This fur and this part of the fur and these are in upward. So you should also choose how and where to use the bend direction map. So uh, we are all set up now. The clump is done and the direction is also done. So uh, make our map. Let's make our map a bit bigger. Let's put it to 65, and let's do another quick render. Now I'm going to show you how we can prepare our maps for our colors. As you can see, the color variation here. Some of there is in some area there is dark gray, and in some area there is gray for. So to create this kind of basically there is two color variation, so we must select the map in such a way that we can create these two variation of the color. So let's see. let's do the render. Okay, let's stop and let's do it up. Let's increase the, let's do the bucket and the subdivision value, let's change the subdivision value, and let's do the render. Okay, the now the render is done here. So let's see our reference. We can see that the color variation and the clumps in our fur. So and the main thing is Vray for is a procedural for system. We cannot groom our for you, or we cannot style our for. We can style our fur by using VA for styler, but I prefer you but the direction is not actual, or it is not precise. We cannot go through the guide groom like any other for modifier like VA for hair for modifier. So the grooming is done, or the styling is done by using the maps. So I hope you understand how to create the clumped for in 3ds Max using V-Ray for. So always keep in mind that you can only create this kind of for by using length map and bend direction, RGB bend direction map. So overall styling is created using just the map, no any external brush or no anything. So this is it for today. See you in another part. Goodbye.